Okay, so when you
Let's talk about a little bit about, we had this leftover chicken. So I grilled this past weekend and had some leftover chicken. So I just sliced it up and chopped it up just to show you. I add that to my salads for the week, or I make my lunch for work out of things like that. So I had that left over. So we chopped it up to make a chicken salad.
and you can make chicken salad out of anything, right? I think the last time you and I had lunch together, you made chicken salad with pesto, and it was just whatever you have on hand. You can follow a recipe if you have a recipe, or you can just check out what you have in the fridge. We took some pickles, so pickled cucumbers and pickled carrots, diced those up, threw them in here. We had some red onion, we used some mayo and some mustard, and then we hard boiled an egg or two. So, chicken salad. Hopefully you can see some of the colors in there. Which blender should we use?
I don't know.
Let's start with the Ninja.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
So this Ninja is, it's not my big Ninja. This Ninja is, I just got it today at Target. It was on sale.
It's personal.
It's actually called the Ninja Fit. Ninja Fit Blender.
Fabulous. Okay.
And so it appears, I did, when I washed it, I put soap in it and zipped it, whatever that's called, blended. And it appears to have the same kind of strength and speed that the big Ninja has. So I'm hoping that at this price point, we're able to we're able to get a nice, smooth blended like we did with.
And what was the price point on it again?
So it goes for $70. It was on sale for $60 today.
Fabulous. Okay.
At Target.
So I'm putting this in here on the side just so gravity doesn't carry it all the way down to the end. So what do I do if there's not enough moisture in here, Steph? What do you have in that fridge?
So I have oat milk, or I don't have regular milk right now, but I do have half and half, which is better if you're looking to increase your calories and fat.
Perfect.
So you want to go for some.
I'm gonna see what happens here without any moisture in
I'll
there.
pull them both out.
Okay. All right. Everybody ready? Ooh, that is powerful. Yep. So it didn't do great just because there's not enough moisture in there. So shall we throw some half and half in there? Yep. So if you need the calories, this is the way to go. And
But if you can't handle dairy, I wouldn't have a problem adding oat milk at all.
And I was at the store the other day and I found a non-dairy version of heavy cream that was just on the shelf next to the heavy cream. So keep your eyes open. You might see it if that's what you need. All right, let's check it out. It's working pretty well. It's important to remember when you're blending, you may have to blend it for a while. Mm-hmm. It may not just take 15 or 20 seconds. Okay. Take our little dish here. Ooh. I guess open it over the dish. Not that we're not gonna clean this up here in a minute anyway, but how's that look to you? Do we need to go a little longer?
Let me get a spoon and try it.
So it looks pretty good, but it might not be smooth enough for some of you.
It looks like it has
a little bit of texture to it.
Oh man, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
A little bit longer?
I think maybe even a little more cream. Or
let's do it.
Because what I'm sensing right now is the dryness of the chicken.
Okay. And chicken gets drier the longer it's in the fridge. So you may just need to add extra moisture just to make up for that dryness of that chicken, because it's a weird texture. Mm-hmm. And I don't mean like it's an odd texture, but it's dry chicken and moist chicken are two different textures. So.
And that was chicken breast.
Chicken breast.
It's gonna be drier.
Yep. pretty darn good. We'll let gravity do its thing there. All right, let's try this out. So I guess this is important to note too, that as I'm taking this lid off, if I take it off the wrong direction, it is going to make a mess. So if you're looking for a portable blender, this one's probably not the best because you A, have to plug it in, and B, it drips a little bit. So it might make a mess. You might get it on your shirt if you're out to lunch.
Right, but if you're making something to drink, it does come with the little tops that have the
Spout on it?
spout on it. Yep.
Perfect. All right, let me grab a spoon so I can do the taste test.
It looks very smooth now. Well,
So yeah, this is pretty soup consistency.
mhm.
That's really good. I like vinegar with my proteins, my meats, because it just helps the flavor a little bit.
It's
Good stuff?
It's got really good flavor, and we didn't add any extra salt. We didn't add any
I did add pepper.
black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
She added
That's
black
it.
pepper.
Okay, so grilled chicken salad, you can literally use any recipe you want. Add a little bit of your dairy or non-dairy to thin that out, just so you can blend it beautifully. And that's a great.
And let time be your friend.
Mhm.
If you've got to blend it longer, blend it longer. That's okay.
Okay. So
Not bad.
it's pretty good.
That's actually
And if you need to thicken it a little bit, you can. You just add a little bit more into it. It'll just take longer to blend.
Mhm.
But it got nice and smooth the longer we blended it with the extra liquid. So you can also just use chicken broth if you don't want the creamy texture to
Absolutely.
it. This does have mayo in it, so something to know. And then the rest of the family can just have their normal chicken salad on bread or
bread
toast
or crackers or
yeah. So the other thing we could do, because we talked about our breadcrumbs,
oh right.
we are not a fan of pureeing bread. It gets sticky and weird. Bread can cause some other issues, as I understand, when you're swallowing it.
It gets gummy, and it depends on the person's reason or type of dysphagia that they have. But bread can be very tricky.
Okay.
It turns to a goopy,
Mess.
yeah, just a big blob of
Okay.
stuff.
Set my spoon to the side. Okay, so we can talk about bread more extensively in another video, but we have some breadcrumbs that we made. If you wanted to make like a faux chicken sandwich
Do you want to?
with this,
Then go grab the
let's do it.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, why not? We got time. Do we want some warm water or some cold water? Because we got to rehydrate our breadcrumbs a little bit. You choose. Let's try some
Warm would
warm. Works a little better.
Warm would absorb a little bit faster.
Okay, so I just have about quarter cup. We need a bowl. So what kind of bread do we have?
So we have lots of different options over there, but I chose either wheat bread or wheat toast. Which would you rather? Try.
Let's go with the bread.
Okay.
Nice chicken sandwich on slice of
Wheat bread.
wheat bread. Sure.
All right, and I think that we had decided that it was 2 tablespoons equals 1 slice of bread.
I believe that's accurate. Yes. So,
over there.
all right.
Or we just
We can sort of make it up as we go too.
my drawers are not that organized.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Hold on.
That's okay.
Here, let's just use this kind of. This
Okay.
is the kind of spoon I use at my table.
Great. Let's do
Call
it.
it a tablespoon.
A tablespoon. Well, it's probably pretty close too. My bowl might have been too big. That's okay.
No, I was just kind of sorry. My thought processes.
We like to think as we go sometimes. All right, should we give that a stir and see? So then, we're going to just kind of layer this in a little dish like you would a normal sandwich, and then you can just eat it with a spoon. So last week, one of our viewers had said that some of the seasonings get lost when you blend, which I think is probably pretty accurate with this, because the onion, we put raw red onion in here. The onion is not as pungent in the pureed version. So if you're not a huge fan of onion, this might be the best way to get some of those good nutrients into your diet, because it's not a strong flavor.
No.
Beautiful. Okay.
Is that too liquidy?
Oh, I think that's good. How about let's use this fun little dish here.
Okay.
And then you can kind of have your chicken salad,
Open face
open-faced
salad.
sandwich.
Now we made these breadcrumbs homemade. You can do that. That way you get just straight bread. You can dry it in a dehydrator. You can put it in the oven at a very low pace, low rate, and dehydrate it that way, and then just pulse it in your blender. And that will make it nice and fine. We did ours with a freeze dryer. I know that's not available to everyone, but there's
we have a nice little chicken salad sandwich, open-faced sandwich there for anyone that might be craving something. And this bread, it tastes like wheat bread. It's still got all that flavor in it, which is the nice thing about freeze drying.
Let's try it with a little piece of bread. Oh my goodness.
So if you've been missing that bread, this might be the way to go. Good?
Yeah.
All right.
The bread has a little more texture. We didn't give it time to absorb the water, but I think the longer it sits, the more that bread will reabsorb the water.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's really good. I'm for that. Okay. What else you got in that pantry over there?
Well,
Let's find out.
See. All right.
All right, I'm gonna move the camera just a little bit.
All right. Do you want to try just a soup?
Sure.
Let's do soup.
Let's do a can of soup. Okay. All right, so it doesn't matter how you heat your soup up. So do we want to heat it before or after we puree it? Or do we want to do both and see how it goes?
We can do both.
Okay.
See how it goes.
So we're gonna put our chicken salad back in the fridge.
Yep. Get a bowl to heat up in, and
Okay. So all right, so we've got that in our picture still right there. Okay.
you want me to clean that red side out?
Yeah, we can do that in just a minute. All right, so half the soup's going into the fridge. Do we want to try out our fancy new blender that we're really excited about, because so we each got a blender this week. The one I got, I'm not very happy with. We can talk about that a little later. This is the one you got?
Yep.
It's called a Blend Jet 2. Target?
That one I got at Target. They do have it on the internet.
I could not find it on Amazon because it was the one I was looking for. But
yeah, so it's a $50 blender, but it is portable. You can charge it USB. You can bring it into restaurants, and we plan on doing that, going into a restaurant and ordering something and blending it while we're there, just to see how that goes. So we're going to practice with it tonight. Sounds like our soup is exploding, so I will be right back.
Cool. Okay. So and then we're also going to use our stick blender. So it's otherwise known as an immersion blender. We used it last week or the week before. I can't exactly remember. And we have a food processor attachment here. This food processor did not get it super smooth last week.
Uh-huh.
So I almost think we try, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Which one do you want to try first?
Well, if we're going to use this in a restaurant, we're going to get food warm.
Yep, let's do it.
So let's do
Okay.
the warm food. I need a clean spoon to.
We got lots of those. Okay.
All right, so I chose, what I grabbed was beef with country vegetables. It is a Campbell's chunky soup. If you're looking for extra protein, it does have 15 grams of protein per can. So that is a high protein
And you may not be able to eat the whole can if you are one of those people that is having a really hard time getting food in. You may have to start with just like 3 or 4 bites, and that's okay. But you want to try to eat 2 or 3 hours later with 2 more bites. You just got to do the best you can to get some of those nutrients in. Lovely. Don't burn yourself.
The bowl is hot.
Want me to hold it?
Nope.
Got it?
Let's
Okay.
just do that. I may need to add some more of that
Liquid?
the liquid from it, but
Okay.
go ahead. Let's put the top on
All right.
and let's see how it does.
So, I'm a little nervous to put the lid on too tight. So I'm not gonna, because when heat is in an enclosed space and it moves around really fast, it creates energy and it will expand and it will explode and it'll burn us. So we're gonna leave this loose on here, okay? That way if it burns anyone, it just gets me. And
Well, no, but it
So-
also allows the steam to escape.
yep.
So really, all you need is to keep it from hitting everybody.
So
around
I've
you.
got just like a centimeter open right here. All right, here we go. I'm impressed.
Can you shake it around a little bit? I see some potatoes.
Uh-oh, did I kill it?
Nope. That looks smoother than the.
Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna, because there was some stuff stuck to the sides. Are you looking at our Facebook comments too?
I'm trying to.
Because I realized I can't see them on here like I
Right.
was hoping I could. All right, and this says that this is about 150 milliliters or about 5 ounces, which is a little more than half a cup. So, sorry, we're gonna get some feedback here. Okay, I'm gonna grab another little bowl. Or about 5 ounces and half a cup. So, I like this. Okay, so the other thing we discovered about this is, like with the one I bought, you just take it off the charging piece and you can take it with you. With this one, if you unscrew it here, it's all gonna go everywhere. So this is meant to just blend and then drink. Now, this looks beautiful. Oh my goodness, I'm really impressed right now.
Oh my gosh,
All right,
that's smoother than the Ninja.
that's smoother than the Ninja.
We're going
Wow.
out to eat this weekend.
I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It looks the best that even the Vitamix can do. So that's pretty great. All right, so let's taste this. I'm so
Now we
impressed
blended
right
it
now.
hot. Let's do it cold in
yes,
the same machine.
in the same machine. Okay,
Let me rinse it.
okay. All right. Reach over here and look at my. Okay.
We didn't even need extra liquid.
We did not need extra liquid with that. I had to move it around a little bit to get some of the stuff off the sides, but
Beauty is
If-
you can because it's.
if you're in a restaurant, you're gonna have a spoon or a knife or whatever, and you can just like scrape that kind of off the sides. So, okay,
Let's do it cold.
I'm really excited about this right now, you guys. This is a game changer. You can literally take this with you anywhere.
Anyway. And if it can blend up a chunky soup to
To
baby
a
food,
beautiful,
like it's smooth, like you would find in a baby food jar.
I'm really excited to try this. Because I know people that eat cold canned soup.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. This is so exciting. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid on a little tighter. Okay. It's struggling a little bit more.
The warmth helped.
Yeah. So the heat helps with some of that movement. So
Shake it and
I think it needs a little more liquid when it's cold.
okay. Let's get some more.
Here's I have a little bit of water in here
Oh,
actually.
yeah, just do that.
So we'll just pour what's left from the water from when we rehydrated our bread. That was probably like 2 tablespoons of water. There we go. All right.
I want some too.
Hi, buddy. Nice of you to join us. All right. So, and apparently it only goes for a certain amount of time. So, that's great. All right. So we're going to grab, that looks fantastic as well. It just needed extra liquid if it's cold. Okay. And of course the color's a little bit different too, which is always interesting. It's more orange. Okay, so this is hot. This is cold. They're pretty close, but their textures look about the same. The hot one is definitely smoother looking than the cold one.
It is.
Double dipping, I'm sorry.
Oh, me too.
It's really smooth.
It is.
That's the cold one.
And then the warm
Really
one.
smooth. You get the potato, you get the carrot, you get the beef.
They're both really good. And it tastes just fine cold.
So the hot one is creamier.
Mm-hmm.
So mouthfeel wise, texturally, they're very different. But they're both beautifully smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The warm one is a little more cohesive, I think, is the word I would use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What
Wow.
else we got? I'm impressed.
Wow.
I'm. It's my new favorite thing. This is pretty darn cool.
Blend Tech.
Blend Jet.
Oh, Blend Jet.
Blend Jet.
Blend Jet.
We'll post a picture
They have them in
of the
fun
machine.
colors too.
Ooh.
I didn't want it to distract us, so I got the black.
I got black in the one I got also because this one also comes in fun colors. So maybe
Let's try it.
this one does say no hot liquids,
So let's try
but
this
let's try it.
one. With the hot or with the...
Either one. Because I think if I don't have the lid on it all the way, because the trick is to vent it, right?
Right.
So let's see what happens with this one.
Maybe it's just because of the plastic.
Maybe. I don't know. Should we heat up
A little bit more.
the rest of it maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Since now we know
That warm
that warm has this
helps
really
it to blend.
It's a really beautiful, luxurious texture, which I'm not sure I was expecting. I'm really kind of surprised. Okay. So, cold, hot, chicken salad sandwich. While that's heating, what else are we gonna blend?
Well,
What else you got in that?
let's see.
What if we want dessert? What about that? Oh, I see.
Oh, how about some cereal? Cereal and milk?
Let's do some cereal and milk. Why not?
Who doesn't love a good bowl of cereal and milk?
I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go.
All right, so let's actually get a bowl, and we're gonna do it in that one. Soak it in the milk for a little while, because as cereal soaks, as it's I gotta go get that. Sorry.
We appreciate your patience while we have fun with this. I hope one of the things that you get out of this is that you can have fun also. We want this experimentation to be fun, and if this is what you need, thank you.
Sure.
I'll go get the next one that's hot. How about that? So
Okay.
we'll both have little burned fingertips. We want you to have fun. We want this to be, I know that not being able to swallow takes a lot of the joy out of food. So if we can get you the correct texture and the correct consistency, that can bring your nutritional status back up, because when you're malnourished, everything is worse in your life. Your body doesn't function the way it's supposed to. Your mind doesn't function the way it's supposed to. Your gut gives you all kinds of problems. So we get that you need food. We want you to know that this can be fun again. And you know what? Some of us like to just play with food. That's why I became a chef in the first place.
This is one of my favorite cereals, by the way. I'm not a big cereal eater, but this is it. Now, it's cinnamon and pecan Special K. So I think, nuts is probably way out of the question for most people with dysphagia. It's just not a good thing. I mean, nuts are scary. But since we're going to blend it, we'll see how that goes. Now, pecans are of the softer nuts. And also, they're very tasty. They're creamier than some nuts. So here, let's try it.
Okay, so I filled that with some soap water, so we're just going to show you how to clean that in just a second. Okay, so this is the little, hey, guys, can you take it the other way?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
sorry, the puppies are fighting. Okay, so this blender is called Pop Babies. It's nice because it's detachable and it charges by USB just like the other ones. So I had trouble blending this with just liquid and strawberries and protein powder yesterday. Some of you may have seen that thing that I posted this morning. I made that yesterday. And so I'm not going to put the lid on here all the way because it will explode on me. Okay, so let's see how this goes. I'm a little nervous because this thing, like I said, I haven't been impressed. So let's see. It's struggling. It's not doing well. So it's trying really hard. So I'm gonna give it like a C for effort. If we had put this in here cold, it would have died already. This is super chunky. I'm not gonna waste any more time on this. Don't buy this one. It's not your best option.
Now, just being devil's advocate,
Sure.
it probably is good for straight liquids. Like if you're blending up different liquids, trying to make a pudding or something,
It's probably
maybe
fine.
great.
Mm-hmm. If it's just one consistency that goes in there that you're trying to whip cream, this is probably your machine. if you're trying to puree soup and you need to go to a restaurant, you want this bad boy, not this Pot Babies one. So I'm gonna clean this real quick, and then we're gonna
make some cereal.
Make some
cereal
cereal.
and milk. So what I'm doing right.
Sorry, put the lid on there for me.
Oh my gosh, I didn't
Hey,
pick up the water.
FYI, it's okay to make a mess as long as you clean it up afterwards, right?
Yeah, it's everything is cleanable.
Yep.
They make dish rags for. Okay, so what I was saying is that I poured out some cereal and I put the milk in it so that the Special K flakes can start absorbing some of that water. I think that we're going to get a smoother consistency if we soak it a little bit longer, or soak it before we try to blend it. But maybe not. I mean, we could do both. We love this new blender. So
Yeah. Not even using our Vitamix that we have back here. Don't need to.
I know. Well, one of the things that we noticed in this blend jet is that the
I'm gonna show it to
what
you.
is that called?
The blades?
The blades. Sorry, I'm losing words. Have ridges. So 2 of the 4 blades are serrated.
I'm directionally challenged. Sorry, everybody.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So now this is cold. So we'll see how that goes.
But it's mostly liquid.
correct.
Okay. Smells clean. Doesn't smell like soup. Cleaned up my mess.
Next time
Do you
we'll
need a
use.
funnel?
Yeah,
Do you
get
have
my
a funnel?
canning funnel down in the bottom. Perfect.
Funnels are super handy. You
Oh.
probably want to get one.
Or if you don't have one, I could have mixed this up with a spout. Yep. I am so excited for this. I did use the oat milk for this because I don't have regular milk right at this moment.
And most people don't put half and half on their cereal.
But
I know
if you
there
can
are
do
people
dairy,
that do.
that would be amazing.
If I know there are people that put half and half on their cereal. So
It is. It's half and half. But yeah, where's the top?
lid. Sorry. This is why there are 2 of us. Keep the other one on track, right?
2 brains are better than 1.
Always, always, always. Okay.
Do it.
So I was reading this thing has a pulse function too. Which is super helpful for some of your crunchier.
Right, to let it fall down.
So if this doesn't get completely smooth, who would be appropriate for this?
Well, if you can handle a little bit of
Texture?
It just depends. And I think the
Smells.
longer you soak it, so if you put it in the fridge at night, soaking in milk or in your oat milk or whatever it may be, and let it soften overnight and then blend it, who knew?
We didn't
we didn't know
exactly
we were
plan
gonna-
this. We're just kind of like, hey, what do you have on hand? And I know people that have cereal for dessert, right?
I would, because I love cinnamon toast
I mean,
crunch.
and
Cinnamon
it
toast crunch is
smells.
my favorite.
It smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, I'm gonna blend it again because as you have smaller chunks, it's going to absorb some of that a little bit better. So really just, like I said, don't be afraid of time. I'm gonna let it go until it stopped. So let's see.
So I know there's a comment here. I can't tell
Okay, hold on.
who the
I can
comment
look on
is
the other-
from. So
Don't
we're paying
knock
attention.
this over.
Don't knock it over. Check. Okay, so far today.
I love cereal for dessert. It's Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. I have not bought cereal for quite a while because it just tends to go stale in my house. Like either my husband and I will have a bowl and then it'll sit there and it goes stale, so I don't buy it anymore. But
it smells amazing.
Here's the other thing with this. You could make this with a protein shake, right?
Oh, what a great
So
idea.
we were just talking with someone today about how I had suggested Orgain because if you can't have dairy, Orgain has a protein shake that is super healthy. The problem is it's not people's favorite. It doesn't taste the greatest. So you could mix your protein shake with your cereal and then blend it, and then you have this delicious protein drink.
Yeah. Here, let me try this.
I would actually do this for breakfast maybe, if the texture's right.
It's definitely gritty. Again,
Mm-hmm.
soaking it overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a little more milk. I'm
piece.
gonna blend it again. It could be this blender. You might need a Vitamix for this.
You might need a vitamin for this.
If you can handle the grit, if you can handle the texture, it tastes delicious.
For people that can't handle the texture, don't do this. If you need completely smooth, this is not the option for you. And I don't know that it's the pecans in there.
No, I think it's the Special K. That's why I say I think if they soak it overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we want to put it in the Vitamix and see if it works?
Well, we can try a different one. Let's. I just blended some more.
So I have the Vitamix protein shake attachment, and this comes with a lid. Is that better?
It's still a little bit gritty. Again, I'd like to try this tomorrow morning after it has soaked. But
let's try it tomorrow morning. Let's
a little more milk, and a little more time, and it got smoother. So again, extra milk. If you want to try it,
we'll post an update tomorrow.
yeah, I'll soak some overnight.
Okay.
Time and a little more milk helped. Made it smoother.
The longer it's sitting here, the thicker it's getting. So it'll definitely help. You can always thin it out.
Yeah, so if you soak it up with the milk overnight and then add more milk in the morning when you're blending, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Don't know totally.
We'll
let
get
you
back to you. Okay.
Okay,
Wonderful.
Here's 2 more things that we've done.
I like this.
Do we have?
This is fun.
Did you want to do it in the Vitamix, or do you want to grab something different?
No, let's do something different, and then we'll close out for the day.
Okay.
I saw a can of beans in there.
Oh, did you?
Is that true?
I bet you are correct. Baked beans.
Let's do some baked beans. I'm a big fan of legumes in general. I know we don't necessarily recommend rice for anyone with dysphagia because the pieces are teeny tiny, but maybe we'll have to try pureeing rice at some point and see how it goes.
Gladly.
But beans and rice make a complete protein, which means that beans and a grain of some kind, which we can talk about in the future also, will make a complete protein. That just means that your body is getting everything it needs to build proteins, to help with your immunity, to help with your muscle function, to help with your heart, which is a muscle, it's very important, and with your brain function. So beans are really wonderful. So baked beans, I know in some of those old movies you see like old cowboys eating a can of cold baked beans, right? Or they'll just open the can and heat it over the fire. Beans are really great because they're high in protein and fiber. Fiber is helpful for your gut health. Protein is helpful for everything else. So beans are also high in carbohydrate. Plus, baked beans usually have brown sugar in them. These ones have bacon also. So we're going to puree these and see how it goes. Do we want to try heating half and again, like we did before, to see what the difference is? I'm guessing it's going to be very similar to what we did with the soup, but here we go. Okay. finish my espresso that I didn't finish earlier.
All right, I'll heat this up. You can.
Do you want a paper towel over the top?
I
Or you have a lid? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna step over here to clean this real quick while we heat those. So the really nice thing about these little personal blenders also is that they come apart and they clean so much easier than the old blenders used to. I used to have a terrible time cleaning the old-fashioned like Oster or Hamilton Beach or whatever it is that you used to buy, right? So, and that blender's fine, they're just harder to clean and manipulate. Okay, I'm gonna just buzz this real quick with some soap to clean it. Sorry, puppy. I'm sorry, I got them all worked up.
No, it wasn't you. It was the microwave.
Oh, okay. Okay. Grab my
Right.
towel. Sorry. Grab my towel again.
It's all right.
As I dry everything off.
Turn that back.
Okay, so let's try the Ninja again. I'm very pleased with our results from that blend jet.
Taste this